This video is to bring awareness to the injustices in our community. I mean no harm to the families and friends of the victims. All information included is public knowledge. The information included was gathered by local news outlets. Unfortunately, my cousin...
Now, the 18-year-old Sac State student was shot last week in a South Sacramento cemetery.
This is something that we cannot tolerate in our community, a cemetery.
Sacramento, California, the capital city, known as being one of the most diverse cities in the nation, often praised for their tree-lined streets, affordable housing, and growing food, wine, and beer scene. What is not being shared is the ongoing crime taking part in South Sacramento, which left 18-year-old C0LLEGE lifeless. C0LLEGE was from Richmond, California. She was a first-year student at Sacramento State University, and she wanted to help people by becoming a nurse.
So C0LLEGE just recently started at Sacramento State. She was going to school to pursue a degree in the medical field. I believe it was nursing. She was a bright young girl. She went to Catholic school for high school. She was active in church, always at church. Her mom kept her in church. She kept her involved in the community, doing sports, all great things. C0LLEGE was not a bad kid. She was great.
She was known as a wonderful young woman whose smile could light up the room at any time. Her positive attitude was always apparent and inspiring.
She smiled all the time. Like when people say her smile lit up a room, it's not an overstatement.
That smile is something her family will cherish forever, because unfortunately, on July 20th, 2020, an unfortunate incident happened. That day, C0LLEGE and her boyfriend went to visit a gravesite at the Sacramento Memorial Lawn on Stockton Boulevard. During that visit, around 5 p.m., a drive-by took place and C0LLEGE was hit, and unfortunately, she was not able to recover. This incident left her friends and family questioning what really happened, who would do this, and why would they do this. The local police state that this may be gang-related.
The uptick of violence that we're seeing in that South Sacramento area, if this was not the intended victim, this is not the first time that an innocent bystander would have lost their life in the last couple of months. A gang war in that area, certainly that is on the forefront of our detectives' minds in terms of this case. It has some of the, clues that we see related to drive-bys.
That response is something her friends and family, especially her cousin Brianna, could not believe.
We don't expect anything like this to happen to her, especially because she was not involved with any gangs or people that were into stuff like that. And when I got the phone call, I'm actually out of town. I'm not at home. So when I heard the news, I couldn't believe it. I just spoke with her a few days ago, and to hear that she's gone and shot, it's unbelievable. Because I know my cousin, for them to even assume that she had anything to do with it being gang related actually shocks me, because that means that someone she was hanging out with, or whoever these people were, they clearly had a motive. And unfortunately, my cousin was an innocent bystander and ended up being the only one there who got shot. So it's not adding up to us. C0LLEGE would never be involved with anything like that at all.
A lot of people had questions, especially about the boyfriend and why exactly was she at the graveyard.
That there have been some questions about this. Do you have any idea about the grave site that her and her friends were visiting? Do you know what connection that was, or who she may have been visiting?
We don't know anything.
Okay.
Yeah. I know that she was with her boyfriend. I don't know if he was the intended target or someone he was with, but I believe C0LLEGE had on her, they said she had on her headphones. She always has her headphones on, so I really think that's how she ended up getting shot. because she may have not been paying attention. But yeah, those headphones can be very dangerous too.
The last police update stated that they believe the situation was targeted. They just don't believe she was the target. This was an incident of someone being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Social activists, community members all came together in order to honor her name. Everyone is still fighting because the person who did this is still free, and the family deserves justice.
We need justice. We have to figure out, and if anybody knows anything, please speak up. That's all that we're asking. Our family deserves justice, and we will get justice.
And it's hard to know that whoever did it gets to wake up to their family every day. That's the hardest part, you know. Wow, my sister, who didn't even see this coming, you know, had her life robbed from her, stolen from her. Just think if it was your daughter, your sister, your mom, you know, your friend, and just do the right thing.
This is not acceptable. You can't do things like this. People are trusting their children to leave the nest and return home. And if they never come home, that's like the most difficult thing a parent could go through.
The Sacramento Police Department are asking anyone with information about this incident to contact them. Down below, there will be numbers listed as well as email addresses. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will continue to send prayers to her friends and family. Please be respectful in the comments. Love you guys. Bye.